Welcome back to the channel, everyone. For today's review, we're going to take a look at the SH Figuarts Kinnikuman figure. This is Kinnikuman from the Perfect Origin arc anime that's currently running on Netflix. I honestly have been super into Kinnikuman for like my entire life. If anyone's seen the 4Kid Ultimate Muscle, like that's where I started with it. So I was super hyped when this figure came out because I didn't like the original Kinnikuman figures just because most didn't have a bicep swivel. But this guy is brand new, and I'm excited to crack him open. So to look at the box, it's just got a picture of Kinnikuman there. You've got the window box here showing most of what he comes with. A bit on the side here that has a pose of the figure. And I've already opened him up, so the tape's kind of messed up there. But then on the back, you see some poses you can get him into, as well as like the blank bodies that SH Figuarts sell that you could, pose him with. You can also buy this ring that he's standing in. I did not buy that. I have no place to put it, but that is pretty cool. And then up here you can see all the different face options he has. So yeah, let's open him up and take a closer look. And here's Kinnikuman out of his packaging, bringing him closer for a better look. He's got really nice shading throughout his body, which is awesome. I'm glad Tamashii Nations decided to do that, and it wasn't just like pure skin tone plastic, because he doesn't have a lot. The white is molded in a separate plastic, and that's really nice. He's kind of like a softer plastic as well, on his arms and legs, boots. I think, yeah, this is a soft piece here for his shorts, and then the wrists are pretty soft. The head is a hard piece, and then the chest is a hard piece, but everything else is pretty soft plastic. And then, of course, the butterfly joints are hard pieces as well. But yeah, he looks really good. Looks exactly as he did in the anime. Really nice sculpting. They have to get that right because he's not really wearing anything. The boots are really cool. See, this is the kind of ankle articulation I would like to have for SH Figuarts, but I guess we'll get there. I mean, SH Figuarts, the DBZ figures like Vegeta and Goku, but I guess we'll get there with the new Daima figures. But no, this guy looks really awesome. So to get into his articulation, his head goes down about this much, and as you can see, it kind of starts to split, so be careful with that, but you can push it back together. And then he can look up about this much, and that's including the neck. The neck itself is pretty movable. I just kind of keep it tucked underneath the pecs because it looks better that way. His arms can go up all the way, like super far up. I think they're taking some engineering from their fighting bodies with the Street Fighter line to do this. And then you can get his arms to come in pretty far. He has to be able to do all his wrestling moves, so he's definitely crossing his arms completely over his body. And then from the back, I think it looks pretty good. No complaints. He does have bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that do get better than 90, which is great. Arm can spin all the way around. And then for the chest area, he can go back about this far, and that's just using the upper chest, and then about forward that far, and then using everything, so like the lower ab included, goes back about that far. You have to be careful because he can definitely get this like rubber diaper stuck. So if you tilt him around, yeah, there you go, then it'll pop back out. So actually going all the way back without being hindered by that diaper, it's like that. You do get a gap up front here, and then coming all the way forward. It's like that. He also, hands are on a standard ball hinge, which is really nice. They move really nice. Then the legs. He can kick out about this much, not super far. They kick forward that much. He does have a thigh swivel, and then these pieces like move around. But he does have like a soft butt flap. So when he's kicking his feet back, it's going to like kick off to the side a little bit. And then for the knees, double jointed knees. They get a little bit better than 90, but not a ton. And then the feet can go up that much, go down that much. And then they do tilt to the side, have really nice ankle rocker. And then he has a toe joint, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, the articulation on this guy is great. You can get him into all his wrestling poses. He does not have a boot cut up here, which I guess would have been cool, but I'm not too broken up about it. But yeah, other than that, all his articulation is great. Let us get into his accessories and see everything that he comes with. So for accessories, he comes with a ton of hands and then a new way to do faceplates, which is pretty interesting. So he has a flat hand, and mine seems to have, I don't even know what that is. Oh, it was like some black scuffing or something like that, but black paint that I could get it off. So he has a relaxed hand. And all of these hands, like, even though they're relaxed, they're kind of, they're asymmetrical, so they're not the same on both sides. He has this relaxed hand, which is a little bit more stylized. And then he has two gripping hands that look the same. They're pretty cool. And then he has another kind of gripping, or like, I guess you can call it like a choking hand, which is pretty cool. And then for the faces, he comes with one blank faceplate, and I already just messing around with it wanted to put some of the facial expressions he comes with on it. So this one, you can take it apart. Let me see if I can actually push this out. Anything to... There we go. So this is the blank faceplate that he'll come with in the package. And then you can attach all these little accessory pieces. So he's got a set of eyes that's like one winking and one is open, like he's in pain, or I guess you can use it for like a smiling wink. And then he comes with a pair of open eyes, a pair of happy eyes, and these are all on little screws. And then he has another pair of open eyes that's like looking off. I think this is to the left. Honestly, I can't really tell unless, yeah. So there's one looking like to the right, and then you can have one that's looking to the left, which is interesting. This is kind of fun putting this together, but I would have just preferred that they had all just separate faceplates to easily swap them out. And then he comes with a kind of cocky grin, or maybe it could be like a grimace, depending on the eyes you have with it. He has a small smile. He has a mouth that's like in a little O. And then he has like a small mouth, teeth gritted face, and then a yelling mouth. So again, if you wanted to kind of mix and match stuff, you could put this mouth on there, and then use like these eyes. And on the back of them, it tells you which way they're supposed to go in, but I mean, technically, yeah, so you could do that and have that as a face if you want it. So that's pretty cool. It's a cool little gimmick, and I like that Tamashii Nations uses different toy lines to kind of experiment with like new ways of putting things out. But I do kind of hope that this isn't a staple for any other toy line, because it's kind of annoying. And I could definitely see myself losing all the small pieces. I know Rebeltech does the same thing with some of their releases, but I don't like it there either. Let me know if you guys like it. But yeah, that's all that he comes with. Pretty basic, no effect parts or anything like that, but you could definitely give him some from your other figures. Let's get into his size comparison. For size comparisons, here he is standing next to a NECA Leonardo from the movie, and then a Jada Toys DJ. He is a pretty tall figure, and he's bulky, so he is standing taller than Leonardo, at least up to his shoulders here. But of course, Leonardo's head is bigger. And then he is standing pretty on par with DJ, but DJ overall is just a bigger figure form-wise. But they'll still look good, and you can have him wrestle anybody, really. Then here he is standing next to a 1.0 Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and then a full power Super Saiyan Son Goku. Again, he's going to tower over these guys because he is a bigger figure from the SH Figuarts line, but it's still going to look good. And then here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Iron Man and a Marvel Legends Spider-Man from the animated series. Again, I think he looks great. He's, you know, standing toe-to-toe with Spider-Man here, and pretty close to being as tall as Iron Man. So you can get some pretty fun like wrestling displays with this guy too with them. So for my final thoughts, I definitely recommend this guy. He's super fun to pose around and play with. The new way that you can like attach the faces and the different mouths and eyes to give him different expressions is super fun. He feels really good in hand. I will say a couple of cons about this guy, and it's probably just my version of it, but Tamashii Nations, I don't know, it seems like this is another one of them that they just kind of pumped out and didn't really pay too much attention to the QC. Like, he feels good, he stands up, he's not going to fall over, but he does feel a little, like, loose to me, or, like, not as tight as he should be. But no, he's super cool, fun to pose. I mean, you can really get him into whatever pose you want without, like, much issue. So that makes him super fun, you know, especially having him on your shelf and kind of fighting against your other figures if you want that. I mean, he can definitely do everything you want him to do. Like, I don't have any trouble posing him doing pretty much anything. He can curl up in a ball pretty much. Like, that's pretty fun. And all the paint and sculpting is really nice as well. So yeah, do you guys like Kinnikuman? Have you watched it? And even if you don't, would you be interested in picking up this figure to kind of just mess around with your other wrestling figures that you own? If so, let me know down in the comments below. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching.